Paladin got some new cards in this expansion, which made the quest look a little bit more appealing. The most obvious of them is their new legendary Lynessa Sunsorrow. 7 mana, Battlecry, cast each spell you cast on your minions this game on this one. So this has pretty obvious synergy with the last Kaleidosaur. You want to cast spells on your minions, and then this rewards you for having cast spells on your minions, so it's a natural fit. The other important card is Potion of Heroism. 2 mana, give a minion Divine Shield, and you draw a card. This is really good in the deck because card draw is one of the things this deck lacked, and if you just get a handful of buffs, then you don't have anything to put the buffs on, and if you just get a handful of dudes, then you don't have any buffs and you're not really contributing toward your quest. So this is a buff, it helps you with card draw, and card draw helps you find either more buffs or dudes to put your buffs on. Potion of Heroism isn't quite Power Word Shield, but sometimes it's even better. And even when it's worse, it's still a damn strong card. Another new inclusion is Shimmering Courser. It seems like a natural fit in a deck with a lot of buffs because you can target it with spells and hero powers and your opponent cannot. It makes sense when I'm playing, I think, 12 spells that target my minions. This does have a couple downsides though, the main one being it's a 4 mana 3/3, so it's really hard to play on curve. And the other downside is it still dies to Vile Spineslayer, still dies to Shadow Reaper Anduin, still gets wrecked by Psychic Scream, but sometimes this guy can just hard carry the game. And the other new card we're playing is Call to Arms. It doesn't really have any particular synergy with this deck, but usually when you're playing a class that has a card this broken, you go out of your way to make sure you can put this card in the deck. I think if you build a Paladin deck that does not play 2 copies of Call to Arms, you're just playing a suboptimal version of that deck. This card is just so good. Top 5 in the set for sure. As far as the support for this, we've got 2 Loot Hoarders, 2 Dirty Rats, 2 Righteous Protectors, and 2 Ardent Squires, so 8 targets. The things with Divine Shields are good for receiving buffs. Loot Hoarder is a nice card draw card, which this deck appreciates. And Dirty Rat just has a lot of stats for a 2-drop. So let's queue up some games, let's summon the last Kaleidosaur, and let's smack some people with 25/25 Divine Shield, Taunt, Death Rattle, Lynessa Sunsorrows.
Uther versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
I will fight with honor.
I think I'm gonna mulligan the Squires, but maybe I keep this horse. If I can just get the horse to stick for a turn, it can start snowballing really hard. If I get it done on turn 4, it comes out, or even coined out on turn 3, it comes out pretty early compared to Psychic Scream and Anduin.
Do you like to play with fire?
I guess I'll just coin out the weapon to kill that. And then we can play Stonehill next turn, and then turn 4. Maybe the horse, maybe Call to Arms. Call to Arms into Call to Arms gets a lot of cards out of my deck. Then I can start drawing those buffs. I don't even know what's good here. The Gloom Eater gets Potion of Madness, and that gives him an answer to my horse, so it's definitely not that. I guess I'll just take the big boy.
At last, a worthy disciple.
I would love to try to get this horse to stick, but I don't even have any buffs to put on it. So I guess I'm going for Call to Arms, especially since I only have 3 targets for Call to Arms left after casting this one. So I really want to be able to cast the second one while there are still targets. Damn, drew into the buff for the horse. Well, if I play the horse here, it probably gets Dragonfire Potioned. Just play another Call to Arms, hit him in the head. Dragonfire Potion only kills 2 of my guys here, and one of them draws a card. Obviously it does pretty relevant damage to all this stuff too. You killed your worm, dude. You gotta be nicer than that to your worm. Alright, let's try to get the horse down now. It doesn't get Dragonfire Potioned this turn. Could be Psychic Scream. Psychic Scream's a bummer.
Embrace the void.
Okay, that certainly could have gone worse. Let's draw a card with Loot Hoarder, and then I'm gonna put this guy here, use the Divine Shield to do that, and hit him in the head. I thought about just buffing my horse there, but this is going into his Anduin turn, and I don't want the horse to get Anduined. It's actually really good at beating him up once he's in Void form.
The light has betrayed me.
Alright, so there's no way I have lethal here, but I can horse him real good. That would be silly if this froze my recruits. I assume it doesn't, though. Get him, horse. So, Psychic Scream or bust, basically. This would be the hottest big game hunter tech. Okay, he might actually not be dead here. So we Blessing of Kings this guy. I have 10. Okay, he's dead. I think the horse deserves the finishing blow. Damn. Get horsed.
I will fight with honor.
I should probably just keep these 1/1s against Paladin. They're not very good against Murloc Paladin, but they're good against Aggro Paladin. I'm not sure which is more common.
The light protects me.
I think I'm gonna want this on the board. I don't even have any buffs in my hand yet for this. Should be easy to work into a curve later. Yeah, I want to kill that.
I fight.
So I want to get the quest in play, beat up his dude. Unfortunately, if he just hero powers, I don't... Well, I guess I just play the Righteous Protector into it. Ooh, Call to Arms.
The light dims.
That's a turn 4 play. I think it actually would have been pretty reasonable to trade my 4/1 and do his 2/1 there because Murloc synergy. Not sure though. Be coining a Megasaur? Oh, coin Call to Arms. Sure. That makes way more sense than the ridiculous thing I said. Interesting that he didn't play this Murloc. I guess Call to Arms is almost always better than any single Murloc. Maybe if it was a Rock Pool Hunter he would have considered it. Well, I guess I just respond with my own copy of Call to Arms. And then try to get some of these Murlocs off the board. I would say that's a relatively strong turn 4. Let's draw this card. Don't have mana for the Silver Moon Portal, unfortunately. I need to kill this War Leader for sure. That's a good Rallying Blade. Wow, that is such a good Rallying Blade. That might be the best Rallying Blade I've ever seen.
The light dims, but we fight.
Okay, strong response from him. If I play the horse, it's just gonna die. Let's just do this. I guess playing Dirty Rat there instead of Hero Power is actually pretty reasonable. This card's obviously unusable. But if I use the Dirty Rat, like if this is Sunkeeper Tarim, I think I might actually be kind of happy about that. If it was a Cold Light Seer, it was pretty whatever. The only time this really went wrong is if I pulled like a Tyrion out of his hand, and I don't even think they play Tyrion anymore. Let's hit him with the rat. Okay.
For justice.
Where am I at on the quest? 3 out of 6? Okay. I was considering playing Blessing of Wisdom on his Tarim. I think it actually would have been somewhat reasonable. But I want to buff my own guys. Man, Wind Fury was not that good there. That's a good one. This guy's gonna go up to 7. He's obviously dying next turn. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. I considered just cashing in the Blessing of Wisdom this turn while I had a guaranteed draw off of it, but I think it's very likely that I'll have a minion stick to the board that can attack next turn.
Reporting for duty.
Sick knife juggle, bro. Let's draw a card. Wow. Did not get a buff to complete my quest. Let's take the big boy since I have small stuff to play here. Chain gang, nice. I'm really far ahead right now. And I've seen Sunkeeper Tarim, which is the most powerful card in his deck. He's gonna need something like Tyrion to get back in this game. And honestly, I can just play Galvadon here. Stealth. I don't really know what stealth is protecting him from, but probably something. Take the Divine Shield in case of a Pyro quality clear. 9/6 Divine Shield Stealth Wind Fury. Seems strong. Oh, that card's in his deck. Oh, okay. I mean, he's still super dead here. I have a hard time imagining he can avoid dying to my 9 power Wind Fury minion.
This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
And he even let me attack with the Galvadon. What a bro. That's a pretty big Lynessa. 7 mana, 12/13 taunt, Divine Shield, draw 2 cards. Death Rattle, summon a 2/6 taunt. Not that she was relevant.
Uther versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, probably don't need to keep any of that stuff. I was gonna say don't need to keep it against Priest, but I don't think I keep those cards against anything. Probably shouldn't need this on the board this turn. He could go for a Northshire Cleric this turn, but I don't even really contest it. Alright, let's get the Loot Hoarder in play.
Truth is found in death.
Tells me pretty much everything I need to know about his deck.
Hey, give me that.
I could have used the Divine Strength to save my Loot Hoarder there, but I kind of wanted to draw the card. Wow.
Thank you.
He buffed my guy. What a bro.
I fight.
Meddlesome insects.
This guy thinks I won't just play another Silver Moon Portal this turn. Question is, who do I want to buff? Just buff the Armor Smith, I guess. Well, that's a bad 2-drop. Spiteful Summoner. Show me Cthulhu. Oh, it's an 8-drop. I don't know what the bad 8-drops are. That's one of them. That's a bad 8-drop. Tyrion, easy. I guess I can kill this turtle. Can't really deal with the 4/4 though. Hopefully he doesn't have another one of those, because he's probably not unlucky enough to hit another 5/4 off of it. He put some dudes on the board, huh? So if I play Lynessa here, I've played 3 buffs, so she gets +1/+2, and double Silver Moon Portal. It's not like the greatest Lynessa value ever, but the double Silver Moon Portal giving me 2 2-drops is pretty nice. Let's go for Lynessa.
This dungeon reeks of magic.
Alright, those are pretty normal 2-drops. I think they are, at least.
I fight.
Keep this annoying taunt in the way. Man, that 1-drop put in work. Rip Lynessa. Oh, he didn't have a dragon! Hell yeah. So Tyrion has to be the best play here, right? Like, maybe Rallying Blade can line up a nice trade, but it's just gotta be Tyrion. I can even play this thing along with it because of the pint-sized summoner. I could double trade these into the 2/4, I don't know if I like that. I do like this trade, though. If I double trade these into the 2/4 and then he plays the Grand Archivist, he can kill off this, and then my board is a 6/1 and a Tyrion, and potential 50-50 on a Mind Control, and that would be scary. The counterpoint is, I do allow his terrible minion to smack into my Divine Shield, but he still has to take a pretty even trade on board to follow it up, and I get the Ashbringer, of course. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, the Potion of Heroism. So I can Divine Shield Lynessa, send her in here, trade off Tyrion, and then use Ashbringer to kill this guy. I think I like that. I mean, I can just keep Tyrion alive and play the Rallying Blade. I feel like getting the Ashbringer's pretty nice, though. Whatever, we'll do this. Take the big boy. Hopefully he doesn't have the second Duskbreaker here. He's playing Kaliseth, so there's no Netherspite Historian in the Duskbreaker. So it's pretty unlikely he has it. And it looks like he doesn't. Nice. I'm actually pretty darn close to lethal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 17. This is 18. And then this gives me 2 Divine Shields. This is 20 damage. Alright, let's give some Divine Shields here. And use the weapon here. That goes face every time. And let's make the best play against the Duskbreaker, I guess. Which means keeping a Divine Shield here. So what's the worst case scenario here? Okay.